Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars. So of course, today we got ourselves the Green Day and we're going to be running the new Mythic that just came out today, the Lord of Slaughter. So we'll be doing that and seeing how it goes. Lord of Slaughter is very high risk, high reward in that kind of situation. So, we already have a team that we ended up doing up earlier. I'm probably going to go set to Cedric or Orpheus's right now, because I know for sure we're going to need it, with how many Frost Mages and everything there's going to be. And, yeah, here's the team. Let's see, Guild Wars, go to Battle, and this is the team. Essence of Evil, Lord of Slaughter, Leprechaun, and Wild Queen. Bit different than what we normally use. I'm doing it with Assassin, which is also a bit different than normal. Assassin, very luck-based. The main reason for running this, specifically, is a couple of reasons. It has a lot of kill chance. So it has 10% chance to instantly kill last slots. It has 7% chance to instantly kill when you get a kill. And it has some dodge. It also has stealthy, so it won't be targeted directly. And overall, should be pretty helpful. Obviously, Hunter's Mark 2, Hunter's Mark pretty good when trying to get a lot of skull damage down. And that's pretty much the whole game plan here, is we cast Leprechaun, try to get things rolling, go from there. Wild Queen, a little bit more blocked than in a normal team. But the idea is to try to get an Essence of Evil disable, and then basically go from there. At least that is the game plan. And we do have a total +2 blue, +2 green for weeks 76, day 4 of Green Guild War. So, yeah, I think we're good to go. How are we doing against the guild right now? Looks about tied if you compensate for the fact that we've done more battles. So it looks like we were ever so slightly ahead. Right now we are in pretty much dead center of the bracket. However, again, there's no way to really tell how many battles each person has done, so hard to tell exactly where we stand, since not every, there's no way to tell total battles there. But anyways, let's go and get this battle in, see how it goes. It is indeed a Green Guild War. How's our defend doing? 3-5. It had 3-3 earlier, so that means it didn't get any wins on those other two, but still technically the highest win rate of any of them this week, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, let's go run through this, see how we do. I think it mostly wins just from people not expecting it, more so than anything. Also, do we even need stats effects? Yeah, we need the silence removal. Oh yeah, and it's using Frost Mage. Gosh, when are people not using Frost Mage? One bad thing about this team, though, is we do not use Apothecary compared to the other team. However, we do have Leprechaun immediately, so that should hopefully be enough mana to get us rolling. And it looks like it is. So right here, Truffle, at this current moment in time, seems like the most likely thing we'd want to go for Disable on. So we are going to go for that. Get a nice big explosion there. Now we have Slaughter up. Slaughter does infinite damage. Seemingly infinite. We do not have alignment right now, which makes me consider not using this. However, if we land it, we pretty much won the battle already. We're going to risk it. We're going all in. So that's that. It obviously already got a kill off of last slot. So we can go steal this thing's attack to gain even more attack value. And we just won the battle. And we'll take it that way. But yeah, that's pretty much the team. At least when it works correctly. Obviously, if that was to miss, we'd be in a very different situation. Obviously, you can get automatic extra turn if you have alignment on Brown and Doomskull. However, you sometimes risk it if the board is otherwise. So right here, yeah, he does have a little bit of freeze and everything. So I guess we'll go cleanse immunity again. We'll probably just keep it on the entire time just to make sure I don't accidentally do what I did earlier in PvP and forget to switch it back on and then just kind of die because of it. Oh, we got very first turn cleanse. That's nice. So those medals are pretty broken. You can literally get it before the battle even starts. A little cleanse on whatever starting effects they do. Pretty nice. Though also pretty overpowered. We'll take that. Get an essence down. As long as he doesn't kill us right here, we should be fine. Though there's a chance he can. And luckily he does not. We got a lot of blue here. And I believe we auto win right there. Oh, I ruined some of my alignment. No, I should have taken that slightly differently. This is very tempting to go for now. It's not guaranteed alignment, but with that much board, that should be a hit, and it is. He lives with 6 HP, which is very unfortunate. However, the explosion will be enough to kill it, so we'll probably just disable Alderfather. And we will have to deal with its weapon, though, but if we could just kill it as follow-up, we should be fine. Is that enough to kill right now? No, we need 2 skulls. However, we should be able to get 2 skulls. We take that. We take the other one, dead. I didn't Wild Queen just out of safety's sake since we already had the kill on the board. Though Wild Queen, if it would have landed there, would have been slightly more score. That was a slightly safer way of doing it, in case it did miss. Here we go, Orb Weaver. It does work against Orb Weaver. Actually doesn't really have too much of a problem with it, other than if Orb Weaver decides it wants to get a billion summons, or if it gets a really, really lucky Deathmark snipe. We have a skull over here. It seems like it is not really worth taking. However, we have a 10% chance to just get a free kill off it, and we got it. Wow, that's lucky. But that's why I took it. As long as you do at least 1 damage with Assassin, you will proc its Assassin chance, and we just got it off at 10%. So that's a good start to this battle. However, that troop is pretty useless, so getting that kill isn't really too big a deal, but a kill is better than no kill. Let's see. What do we want to go for here? I'm almost tempted to take blue. I want to leave the board as is because we can already see he does not have a green to purple convert here. And for that reason, I kind of want to just leave it as is. So I think we're going to take a blue here. Then we'll take a bunch of purple. So we'll do this. He'll do a thing. It'll completely miss, of course. And now we can just get a bunch of purple mana. Which unfortunately is slightly short of Wild Queen, but we get a Cascade there, so that kind of fixes it. I am tempted to throw a Wild Queen right here. There's a good chance we will not hit on the mana, but I still want to get it down. So there we go. And now he hits us for barely anything. He probably has Stealthy. Let's hope he doesn't. Does he not? No, he has Stealthy. When would you not run Stealthy on that? So that's unfortunate. Because that means if we want an Essence of Evil right now, we have to hit on first slot, which is not worth it. So our best bet here is probably going for Leprechaun and hope it lands extra turn, which it doesn't, unfortunately. But he doesn't go for anything intimidating, so that's good. I still can't get a disable on anything relevant. So let's take some purple, see where the board leaves us. And now we have to make the decision of, do we want to risk casting this ability? It looks really bad on the current board. Like, the chance we miss this is so high. I might just have to Essence of Evil this. Leprechaun actually isn't that bad either. Just because of the spread that it has. He's going to get a life and death off on us regardless next turn. What I really need is first slot kill so I get an Essence of Evil something else. He's also going to gain Bless here, which would be annoying. It's a really bad situation. If there was a way to get Wild Queen full mana this turn, that'd be great. I don't think any of these options would give it to us. However, if we were to try for the highest chance would be specifically off of casting Essence and hoping it hands on red. So we're going to try that. It does hit on red. Okay, good. We didn't get a kill, though. But we do have Wild Queen. We do have pretty much everything we need. We do not have Brown Alignment, though. So we are going to have to go for Wild Queen now. We cannot target onto Hero, so we're not going to gain any attack from doing so, which is pretty bad. But hopefully we'll get our little Skull Poke, which apparently we still don't even get that. However, we do have our alignment there. I'm not going to go for it, though, for the main reason being that it's going to be such excessive overkill. So we're just going to go drop this red down. That will give us the skull we need off of extra turn. We will then go and follow up with what will ideally be a strong... Actually, you know what? I'll probably take the 4 times instead. We'll take it this way. So we'll do this. We'll take this down for red so the browns are next to each other. Unfortunately, they cascade together. And now we get a good Wild Queen. And now that they're all stealthy, we can go for it directly. And you don't have alignment. Come on, where are all the browns at? I'll take that over for now. And now we just risk this, and that should be dead. Oh no! He got a double summon from Giant Spider at once. Gosh, that trade is broken. We'll take green for now. I don't see any extra turn skull, which makes me want to not go for any of them. In the sake of getting a disable down. Just so he doesn't do as much back to us. Get a bunch of cleanse there. We'll go just take a bunch of extra turns. Feels like we're going a little slow right now. Mostly because life and death was kind of blocking us there. But that should be match right there. There we go. He should have been dead, but he got all the Orb Weaver summon at once. Orb Weaver's so annoying. Even if it doesn't make you lose, it makes you lose time on the battle, which can sometimes lower your points. Not to mention the random death marks. Also, one interesting thing about this, however, I have yet to actually get a kill off it, if I'm not mistaken. This mythic does have death mark on it. It's very rare that you get to actually see it. I have yet to see... We've been using him for hours, and I have yet to see him get a single kill off a death mark. He might have when I wasn't paying attention, but I don't know. He just does not seem like he wants to get a death mark kill. Okay, this could be a little bit risky, mostly because he has Apophysis, which is going to not only deny our green, but also will give him a bit of skull spam initially, which combined with the fact that we start with Doomstorm might be a little bad. So we're going to take all these browns. Ideally, we can get full mana here. However, we can only do it off exploding brown, and we will not be exploding enough brown for that to actually work. So we might just want to opt for the skull at this point. He's going to do green to skull, which we know on this current board is safe. So we'll just let him cast. Oh, he did not cast the right one. To Wild Queen or not to Wild Queen? The big issue here is he still has the ability. So I think I pass my turn and wait. And then we Wild Queen. Good. Okay. So now we Wild Queen. Do we Wild Queen right now, or do we take the free skull? You do extra to green, right? Yes. That is very risky. I'm going to do this for now, playing it safe. Oh, then again, his attack's going to be reduced enough that's not going to matter. And the other thing, hitting attack on us isn't really going to matter either. There we go. Okay, that's match. We won. It's already over. And then we get that down. Then we get this over. Oh, we don't have a follow-up kill, though. Come on, full mana. Where are you? Is that enough to kill? Never mind. That's enough to kill. Doesn't matter. Hunter's Mark gets the kill. There we go. Nice. Okay, one more battle. Let's see what this team ends up scoring, if it's actually better than Wild Queen. It would have to score at least 9,600 pretty consistently. Anyways, another Savage Hunter team. Hopefully we can agile it. We are running 30% agile. And if we land that, we have a really good chance of just winning, because he won't be able to get a really big hit on our hero. So right off the bat, I am tempted to take Skull just so he doesn't. He does not have green to Skull alignment. I'm also tempted to go for a Leprechaun right now. However, my biggest concern is what if he does the other cast after. So, if I take that Skull, he gets Brown extra turn. You know what? I kind of want that Brown extra turn. I think I'm going to take a really weird move. Oh, but then that gives him another Skull. Never mind. I'm not going to. We're going to hope a Brown doesn't fall there and just take a Skull this way, I think. Good. Okay, we can work with this. We'll take Brown there. I will risk the Leprechaun right now because we really need mana. And that could be match. Is it worth risking? I think the answer is yes. We came this far. Let's go all the way. We missed. We missed, but we got the Agile, though. We got the Agile. Did we Skull? We don't have Death Mark on it. I mean, Hunter's Mark, I mean. Come on, Hunter's Mark. Every extra turn gives us a chance for it. Where are you? Okay, we have alignment right there. Oh, but we don't have full mana on the other guy. You have full mana already. Okay, he has Hunter's Mark. That's not enough to kill, though, because we haven't gotten the thing yet. So I'm just going to disable his first slot so he can't cleanse. And we extra turned it nice. And now we could Wild Queen. And that should be match. We Wild Queen that. Got our Assassinate. And this will obliterate him. As long as it doesn't miss. We do not have any alignment right now. Which makes me kind of want to go for a different option. Like Essence of Eviling it and then doing it. Just out of safety's sake to make sure it's disabled and dead. Okay, that works. Because if we would have missed with that Slaughter, I have had reverse wiped. I had a giant spider off a Weaver earlier. Orb Weaver. He got a giant spider summon, and then I missed with that ability. And then that giant spider soloed my entire team with the miss. Hey, 9,600! It does score over 9,600. Interesting. I don't think it's Wild Queen level good for Guild Wars. Actually, it's literally used with Wild Queen. Definitely go get Wild Queen if you can afford it by the end of this week if you don't have her. But great Guild War option. But yeah, it does score over 9,600. Obviously, we could do the same with Wild Queen. But it's an interesting concept. I'm not sure if we'll still be using it into the future. But as it currently stands, yeah, it does kind of seem worth it. It's a lot riskier than Wild Queen. But I'm not sure. We might still use it. It's a lot of fun to use, if nothing else. This is a really fun mythic, I do have to say. Its viability is kind of all over the place. But overall, it's a really risky option. But really absurdly high damage when it works. I feel like it's mostly a PvP option. But as you can see, 9,600 Guild Wars. That is very solid. You just have to be really careful with how you use his ability. You miss that once, you just lost your Guild War battle. And while that doesn't matter in a PvP situation, that matters very much in Guild Wars if he ends up missing. And you can't always cast him when he has alignment. Otherwise, it's going to go too slow sometimes, because you could go a while without alignment, especially once people start countering Brown on Green Day. Because right now, no one's really countering Brown on Green Day. They're probably just all still countering Green. But now brown and green is going to be even more apparent on Green Day compared to normal. It was already kind of there because of things like Truffle and Beatrix. But now green-brown on Guild War Green Day is going to be absurdly high. So we're probably going to see a lot of teams that counter both of them simultaneously. And once we do, this Mythic might become less viable. As it currently stands, a lot of people haven't adjusted for that since he just came out today. Anyways, so we're all in on Magic. Let me go run through dailies real quick. Then we'll hand out a code. Where's my team? I'm looking for this. Not that. Never mind. I lied. I'm looking for... Where'd it go? Where is that? I'm looking for my Phoenicia. What do you think of this for Green Day? Jar of Eyes, Sycorax, Gob Truffle, Lord of Slaughter. I'm personally not a huge fan of Jar of Eyes in first slot. But it looks like it would work. I guess you kind of have to because of the color restriction. Because you can't really go anything else. I guess maybe Rope Dart, but... yeah, I think that would work. Because you obviously need a generator there. And Jar of Eyes will act as that. You then get Blue Storm going. And, wait, never mind. That's a Green Day team? Oh, yeah, the Gob Truffle. Never mind. I thought that was blue for a second. Because doesn't Sycorax have blue? Because that would have been triple blue then. Never mind. But the Blue Storm still helps you. And you can still target on blue then. For his ability. I think it could work. I personally feel like, even though I'm a much bigger fan of Truffle than Beatrix, I do feel like the Mythic needs Beatrix. Mostly because they have true damage synergy. But mostly because the cleanse as well. But they also have true damage synergy. One weird thing about the Mythic, even though it doesn't really look like it, but due to his 100% skull damage thing, every single bit of damage he has is true, which synergizes pretty well with other true damage options like Beatrix. And Beatrix does a lot of the same stuff, but also has cleanse on top of it. Because they both do the same thing. Beatrix is a little bit riskier, but it gives you the addition of cleanse, so you don't have to worry about entangle or any kind of freeze or stuff like that. Which is always annoying with loop teams, or any team for that matter. Every single team kind of gets countered to some capacity by it. Is there anything you can be doing to prep your Magic Kingdoms for power level 20? Well, aside from getting the normal amount of troops and everything like that, not really. We already know what is required for level 20. It requires level 100 hero class, so if you haven't already done the hero classes for all the Magic Kingdom, do that. And what was the other thing? It requires a really high amount of either leveled or traded troops. I need to go double check a 19. But I know one of the harder things is actually the hero class to 100, oddly enough. It's one of the reasons why we got every hero class maxed. Not because every single hero class in the game is viable, but because we will eventually need every single hero class maxed for 20-star kingdoms, as max hero class is required for 20-star. But here's the requirements for it. Like, we already know what they are. You need 29 you need 29 troops from the kingdom fully traded. You need, so that's kind of good because you don't need to get a 29th level 20. So it's a little bit more leeway there since you just need to trade it, which is obviously very easy. Though that also means that level 21 will probably require it, like 30 troops level 20. But anyways, so there's that. Reach champion level 20 or 100 is the obviously the harder thing. And then 8 fully upgraded Mist of Scales weapons, which could also potentially be hard for whatever kingdom. Mostly because some kingdoms have a very, very limited amount of weapons that you can max. For example, right here, we have 9 weapons, and you need 8 of them maxed. And obviously, this is a lot tighter for some kingdoms. There's even potential that some kingdoms might be completely blocked out of this. Though I think most of them that are pretty high are kind of high up there already. Like, for example, Sword's Edge, I'm pretty sure has like 10 weapons. And it's one of the other ones that's at 19. Oh, no, mine's at 18. What's another one at 19? How many weapons does it have? So like Darkstone over here. Let's see. How many weapons does Darkstone have? Also, the week where you'd probably be able to max it to 20 anyways would likely have another weapon coming in. So keep that in mind as well. Plus, you'll be able to craft all those weapons that week as well. If you don't are already still missing a few of them. Let's see. Yeah, this one has 11. So some have more leeway than others. Though any of them that have a Doom weapon might as well not even have one. because Doom weapons are absurdly hard in the current state of the game to upgrade, so you might as well not even count them. We do technically have the capability of upgrading one more of every Doom weapon if we so choose, though. But I don't believe we'll need it for a kingdom upgrade. I don't think any kingdom is that tight right now, where it would require you to upgrade a Doom weapon just to get 20 star. I don't think a single kingdom in the entire game is so tight on weapons that that would be required. Though I have yet to check every single one of them, so I'm not sure. Though, of course, the ones that are 18 star and 19 star are the only ones you really need to be looking at for the most part. Because, oh yeah, I forgot, unless it's 19, we can't directly go to the weapon page for it, which is annoying. I wish you could actually do it kind of like how you go through VIP. I really wish they would tweak that. Like VIP, even if you're not at the next VIP, you can still see ahead as far as what the things are. I really wish you could do the same thing, but for power level. Power level, you're stuck on the current level, and you cannot see forward or backwards as far as what you already did, as well as what will be coming up, which I really wish you could. I'm actually surprised that is not a feature, that you can click right and left to see the previous and next levels, but you cannot. You can only see current level, and even clicking on one of these, I'm pretty sure it doesn't even bring it up now. Like, you can't even navigate to this page, click on it, and see what the requirements are for the thing. It just does not let you. That'd be a really nice feature. With how it's coded, that probably won't be possible. But I really wish that was a thing. This is a small quality of life thing like that. That would be really useful. Just for checking those. It's already hard enough to check it. You have to check a lot of it externally sometimes. Just because the game's not really set up that well to check it internally. Also, I just realized I didn't even say hello to everyone yet. We're like 20 minutes in. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bill. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Isabel. And thank you for the gems earlier, as well as Azala, if you're here. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Lestat. Hello, Alexandre. Do you think the Lord is a nerf candidate? No, I do not believe it's going to get nerfed. I honestly do not believe this mythic is going to be nerfed. I feel like it's a high risk, high reward kind of option. And as it currently stands, I think it is actually fine as is. It's definitely towards the stronger end, but I don't believe it's within nerf range. If they left it at 24 mana and didn't nerf it up to 27 prior to it being released, then I would probably say yes, maybe a little bit of a mana nerf. But as it currently stands, I think it is fine for now. And a couple months from now, we might see it just completely decline. If it gets used a lot more over the next month or two, I'm pretty sure they might make a tweak of it. Like if literally every team has to run Slaughter to even be able to keep up. Like for changes that might be happening next patch, if it gets like really broken within the meta, they might make changes. But as it currently stands, I do not believe they will nerf it for at least 2 months. However, they have nerfed Mythics literally the week after it came out, so it has happened before. However, it is very unlikely that they would. But yeah, if they are going to nerf it, I'd say it's at least 2 months. And we'll kind of know probably several weeks into next patch on if this Mythic will be too broken or not. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. But as it currently stands, no, I do not feel like it needs a nerf in the current state of the game. But it might after some things that happen next patch. Hello, Jack Daniels. Hello, Zex. Hello, David. Hello, Tesco. You got the new Mythic today, but he's kind of squishy in the top. Yes, a lot of people are actually using him further back. I was not expecting him to actually be used as much further back as he is. But, yeah, he's a pretty solid second slot troop. Some people even use him further back just to kind of use him towards the end and use him more so for his traits. His trait setup is just so good that between the Doomskull thingy and just his overall ability just being amazing that you can kind of just put him all the way to the back and just spam him and just mana generate for him that way. Just have something a lot safer up front. But, yeah, he's used a lot more often not in first slot than I was anticipating. I said like 90-10%, where he'd only be used like 10% not in second slot for the video. I'm pretty sure it's like 60-40, or like 60% of the time you use him at first, and the other 40. It's almost dead even, as far as his viability in using him either or. It's because there's a lot of mana accumulation teams where you can use him further back, and I still feel like second slot is, if you're going to use him further back, is one of his better spots. And then just use something like a mana generating damage source in first or something. It's working out pretty well. Anyways, hello, Jack Daniels. Hello, Zex. Hello, David. Let's see. You currently find your best teams for PvP in Guild War are true damage teams. Is this unusual? True damage is decent. I don't feel like every single one of your teams for both would end up being true damage. Though I do feel like in the past, I've used a lot of true damage in Guild Wars. True damage does score you a little bit less in the sense that you're doing less damage and that you're only having to do like half as much damage, which if the enemy's doing a lot of damage to you can end up lowering your points a little bit. But overall, yeah, you can get away with using true damage on several days. Blue day works pretty good for it. Brown day works pretty good for it. Now that we have that new mythic, that synergizes into quite a few other colors. But overall, yeah, you can end up getting away with a lot of true damage teams. I just don't feel like you would use it for literally every team. There's a lot of instances where you can't really get away with true damage. Especially things that have really high life, and especially life and death weapon. Is there anything you can be doing to... I already answered that earlier. Also, hello, Vispenny. Hello, Corey. Hello, Liz. Hello, Drock Savage. Who have I not said hello to? Hello, Kuwait. Hello, Gabby. And hello, everyone else. How many Volkeys do I have? I have 200 on the dot, because I keep using every Volkey beyond 200. Actually, did we ever use the Volkey from Tuesday? Yeah, I did. But yeah, we are exactly at 200 Volkeys. And make that 201. Actually, we'll go use that one Volkey once we get it. Actually, we technically already have it, don't we? Oh, no. Should we go grab the Volkey now? I'm kind of tempted to. Oh, we might just grab it now. And we'll throw the other orbs later during the week. Or during the weekend, I should say. Yeah, let's go grab this Volkey now. I've been using all my Volkeys beyond 200. So let's see what we get from the orb. Come on, blue or purple? I've been getting some pretty bad orb streak at the moment. Anyways, let's go and kill out the battle. Let's go to games, go to Volkey. Now we have 201. And let's go switch to a Rowan real quick. There's my Rowan team buried too. There it is. Okay. Let's go get a quick kill. I'm just going to throw a Leprechaun and hope he doesn't get red. He shouldn't. And smash. Okay, what do we get? Anything good? Could you imagine if we got Mech Gnome randomly? Oh, we got an orb. 6 gem keys. Look at that. All 3 gnomes dropped gem keys. That'd be funny if all 4 of them dropped gem keys. I don't think I've ever gotten all 4 to drop gem. That's the closest I've got to all of them doing gem key. If we would have gotten all 4 dropping gem key, we would have gotten 26 gem keys right there from a single Volkey. Honestly, the 6 gem keys we already got made this Volkey pretty much worth it. That's, what, 54 gems worth of keys. So that's already kind of okay. Let's see if we get a good orb here. Come on, blue or purple? Ah! Well, we got 6 gem keys. Still worth it. Just got to repair those gem key stack, which is obviously very low right now due to the fact that a mythic just came out, and we had to use all of our keys for it. I forget the exact amount, but I believe we use 800 gem keys, or 850 gem keys, and about 5,000 glory keys or so. I didn't keep track of the exact glory amount. But it seems about how much we spent for the mythic. So, not the best of rates, but also not the worst. It was kind of a little bit above average as far as getting unlucky. But it wasn't, like, super unlucky. You want to drop a Volkey Mech Gnome? I mean, not Mech Gnome. Normal Gnome? What is a normal Gnome called? Treasure Gnome. Or let's just call him Normal Gnome. I just realized, why am I using this team? I need to be using Phoenicia. This is not the team to be using for this. Especially without armor gain. Oh, I didn't even see. What was our drop there? Did we even get anything? What was our drop? Wait, what? Oh. He dropped 2 minor. I was like, wait, how do we get 7 runics? It's because the battle was a trade stone battle. I was looking at that for a second. It's like, wait, since when did he have runics in his drop table? But no, it was a 2 minor, which is why I didn't notice that. I thought that was my normal trade stone because it's such a bad drop. Anyways, so that's out of the way. Let's go clear out dungeon with not that team. Where's my Phoenicia? Phoenicia, destroy everything, and it'll be good to go. Anything to do in preparations for the next patch? This patch has a surprisingly low amount of prep. However, it does have a bit of grind in it. So anything currently grindy that you want to get out of the way might be a good idea. You can synergize grinds. However, it is good to try to get some of the grinds out of the way. It's one of the reasons why I got every single hero class in the game maxed. You don't need to before next patch. Like, there's nothing happening to hero classes. But, anything grind related that might take up a lot of time out of your time might want to get done a little bit beforehand, as there's definitely more things to do if you want to spend time in the game starting next patch. Will 5.0 make Guild Wars pay to win? Potentially. I know, it technically already is. If you get, like, a really solid, like, a bunch of... Because it requires so many mythics. It requires so many mythics to viably do Guild Wars. Realistically, you can't do it till endgame or money. You have to be, like, level 1,300, 1,400 plus to do it super effectively, because by then you'd probably have a lot of mythics. Or you need to money. Because Guild Wars is really endgame content. Since it requires so many good things. Because not only do you need 6 really strong defend teams, but you also need 6 very strong offensive teams, with the offensive teams obviously being higher priority to have better than the defend teams. But theoretically, you need 12 meta-level teams for Guild Wars to actually be able to effectively do Guild Wars, which obviously a lot of people do not have, because many of these teams require hard-to-obtain mythics or hard-to-obtain weapons. Like, here's a hard-to-obtain weapon, hard-to-obtain weapon, hard-to-obtain weapon. Surprisingly, no mythics in any of these, I just noticed, though. Hard-to-obtain weapon, a mythic and a hard-to-obtain weapon, and a mythic, and that's it. I didn't even realize that. 5 of my 6 defend teams use weapons that you can't easily obtain. Old event weapon, old event weapon, old event weapon, old event weapon, and old event weapon that costs even more than all the other ones. I never even realized that till just now. But 5 of my 6 defend teams use old event weapons. And I think that first one did as well initially, but I ended up changing the team recently to something else. Anyways, next order of business. I think we do Explore 12. I think we knocked out everything else we need to go do for now. So let's go do some Explore 12 grinding. What's the banner setup? Oh, there's a couple different ways. I guess we'll go Seasons. I was doing it with Magic earlier, but I think we'll just stick with Seasons. Actually, you know what? Let's grind Explore with the new Mythic. See how that goes. Instead of doing it with the normal team. I'm not sure what my favorite team is yet for doing it in Explore. I believe it's this one. But I'm not sure what my favorite Savage team is for, Slaughter team is. I keep thinking his name is Lord of Savage. But, I'm not sure what his overall viability is compared to other options for this. It's definitely decent. I'm just not sure if it's overall quick enough. So we're using it with Zugoff because we can. Like, a battle like that goes quick, but you get a lot of battles where you don't get your mana nearly as quickly. But it's definitely fun. The way that's, yeah, it's kind of leaked a lot, like, what's the main thing in next patch. I haven't really mentioned it directly, what the thing is. But obviously, a lot of people kind of know from Spoiler the Threads. I'll go over it on Tuesday, if the patch isn't already out by then, and then we'll really be able to go out over it. But next Tuesday, we'll kind of be going over things. But, yes, there are some mechanics in next patch that will end up causing, potentially, a temporary advantage to people that pay quite a bit of money. Like, it's not cheap either. Like, it's not something where you just pay a little bit and it's like, oh, you get this advantage for some time. It's actually pretty pricey what it is for the advantage thingy. But yes, it will probably be considered pay to win, as it will be something that will directly give you an advantage in Guild War. Potentially, anyways. It's not always the case. And it has yet to be confirmed if they're going to disable it for Guild Wars. The new mechanic in next patch. However, they didn't do it for medals. However, medals is free. It's not like pay to win to any capacity. But yeah, next patch is really weird. Mostly because it has a developing meta kind of system that is basically going to try to push to always move the meta so it doesn't stay stale. Which, honestly, I kind of appreciate, but the way that they implement it is just kind of weird. But their main goal, or I feel like their main goal, if they would have done a Q&A, they haven't done a Q&A on this, and probably won't be because of virus, But I feel like their main goal with this patch was to make sure that over time the meta doesn't just stay the same every single week. I'm pretty sure that's the main goal of this next patch overall. Which, while there will be a lot of negativity towards the patch initially, I feel like it might actually be healthy for the game in the long run. We'll have to see. Because it definitely will make it a lot less stagnant. But it's doing it in a rather controversial way. So what are you doing getting a kill? Luckily it doesn't matter in this game mode if we lose anything. Other than for a little bit of speed. Because we could have just killed it with a skull, but now we have to do it with that because he has all his armor now. I haven't been following Hearthstone, so I'm not quite sure exactly what system you're referring to. I did see an ad for one of the thingies. But, I don't know, they could be trying to copy it. Let's see, we'll take that for now. Can I try and explore 12, Dwarven Gate, Rope Dart, Thrall, and Ubistet? Let's see, you'd Rope Dart, Ubistet, Rope Dart, Ubistet. Is Rope Dart, Ubistet with nothing else enough to kill? If the answer is yes, it'd be really good. If the answer is no, I feel like it'd be too slow. Oh, does that seem like it's not enough damage? Well, I guess because of attack boost ratio, it might be enough. Is that enough to kill? I don't know for sure if it is. Is Rope Dart into Ubistet enough to kill and explore 12 consistently 100% of the time? If it is, that'd be very strong. I don't know. I personally find it to be quite a bit different than Clash Royale model. The Clash Royale model was actually good. Oh! But, yeah, the Clash Royale model was actually good. The one for Gems of War is, quite a bit different. Though the main thing that made it good was cosmetics being added to the Clash Royale model. Things that don't affect your gameplay, per se. Well, obviously the rewards do, but I mean, like, there was no exclusive in the packs that made it seem like you needed to go for it, and nor is Gems of War doing that. However, the way that Clash Royale got around it was with new cosmetics every single time, so that you still felt like you were getting something unique without actually making it too broken for people that are like missing out on it, since they're just tower skins and stuff like that. For Gems of War, they're not doing it for any kind of unique thing. There's not a single unique drop you end up getting from it. Not a single one. They're all things that already exist within the game. And obviously it'd be super pay to win if they added unique things that could actually affect and help gameplay. But they didn't even do cosmetics, which is kind of surprising. I think the main reason for that is they haven't made a lot of money on cosmetics in the past. But it still seems like a really weird thing to not do with this. Like some kind of pet cosmetic or something. Even literally just cosmetic pets. Like being able to get them earlier rather than later. Like still allow everyone to access them, but kind of do it like how emojis are. Where, oh, you won't be able to get it till like 3 months later. Because I don't think they've done any pet like that currently. Having a cosmetic pet that comes out through something, and then months later you can end up getting it. No pet has ever been released like that. Yeah, I know, it is because they charge so much money. I did end up getting the dwarf pack in the other pack, though. I've actually bought in every cosmetic this game has ever had. Which is kind of funny because for quite a few other games, I normally don't bother with cosmetics. I think after Dota 2 and all the trading I ended up doing with it and how bogged down I felt by the system by the time I was like pretty much done with all my trading days, I kind of got over cosmetics in games. Mostly because Dota 2 and the whole convoluted system around everything with it just kind of bogged me down to ever doing cosmetics again. There's like very, very rare situations where I actually go for cosmetics in games. Like, it is super, super rare that I will specifically go out and try to get a, like, various cosmetics in the game as far as, like, the money ones. I think the most recent one I did... Let's see, what's the most recent cosmetic I probably did within the game? I'm pretty sure it was, Clash Royale's Battle Pass back in February. I don't play Clash Royale anymore. I did for a couple months. I had the intention of only playing it for a couple months just for fun and then just putting it down. I think I bought it like 3 or 4 times. I think the last time was in February. But the other time was like the 75-cent skin for Sands and Smash. But it also came with a song thingy for the game, which you can play in the background of a lot of stages. But yeah, I normally don't go for cosmetics that often. I think if Pokemon Unite comes out, I might go for cosmetics, depending on what kind of cosmetics they have for some. Like if Charizard gets a really cool one, or Snorlax, or if they add Corviknight, I will immediately day one buy Corviknight. I need to like petition them, please add Corviknight to the game. Like I can say right now, when Pokemon Unite comes out as a MOBA, I am maining Corviknight. There's almost no way it won't be initiating tank, which is why I normally play in MOBAs more often than not. That or junglers, and the fact that every single thing... That's actually probably one of the main things that's actually turning me on to Pokemon Unite, oddly enough. Every single character is basically a jungler in Pokemon Unite, which seems really weird. But with how the game is set up, that pretty much is the case for the most part. Like, you might have like a support near you, so that your jungler can safely jungle properly. But like, the entire premise of the game is basically jungling the entire time, which is pretty funny. I don't think any MOBA has actually been set up like that. It's a really weird way, but it's a playstyle that I actually really like for a MOBA. I know that game's in like a lot of controversy for various things, but I don't know. I'm pretty hyped for it. I haven't gotten back into MOBAs for a while. But there's something I was playing on Warcraft 3 Reforged here and there. Mostly battle tanks and battleships. Mostly because it's a type of MOBA that doesn't really exist anywhere else. It's a lot different than other MOBAs, in the sense that all your weapons automatically fire, and you have to play by staying a safe distance away from your enemy, or going for quicker speed and then getting close to them. And it's basically like a whole kind of like range mind game, where you have to stay a certain distance away from enemies in order to hit them better, or use certain different ranged weapons that automatically hit. It's a lot of a different playstyle than most MOBAs. I like MOBAs that kind of break the mold. I'm personally not a huge fan of things like League of Legends and League of Legends-like MOBAs, just because they all seem so similar in basic. But, I don't know, Dota 2, I played for quite a while. And these days, I pretty much don't play them at all. Unless you count a couple of the Warcraft 3 custom maps, which are basically like MOBAs. Where they're not like official games. And they have really small player bases as well, compared to if a new one would be released. Like Dota 2, I wouldn't be surprised if it literally still has hundreds of thousands of players. Actually, how much... I haven't actually checked. How much is a player base of Dota 2 right now? Let me go check officially. Just by going to its little page thingy. How many players does Dota 2 have right now? Let me go to Dota 2. Why do I feel like this number is like 300,000? Let's see. I don't even have it installed on this computer. I haven't even played it for ages, gosh. I still have a lot of stuff I need to sell, too. I think I still have a couple hundred stuff of stock I still haven't gotten rid of in Dota 2 from when I used to trade stuff. Before I just gave up on it all. Though I have made about $1,000 from trading on it over time. It helped pay for pretty much every game in my Steam library. Like 80 to 90% of the games in my Steam library was probably paid for by profit off of Dota 2. Because I used to do it while flea marketing and eBay and stuff like that. Just a kind of little side thing just for free games, basically. What was I looking for? I'm looking for the community page thing. Why did they hide it so well? There it is. Yep, 328,000. Gosh. That thing still has an absurd player base. Oh, what am I looking for here? Let's grab... we're going to take it that way. Get our hit. Also, I kind of tangented all over the place. What were we saying? My mind just kind of went all over the place there. We started that conversation on cosmetics. Wow. Let's see. Anyways, Salty mentioned that they actually don't really like doing those. Not enough money for effort. Yeah, the cosmetics. Yeah, they mentioned that in the past. That they're never really going to be doing cosmetics again in Gems of War. Because the money to effort combination isn't working for them. Though I wouldn't think cosmetics would be super expensive to put into a game. And sometimes cosmetics are added to a game not necessarily for the sake of making money, but to keep players engaged as well. Like, obviously, back in the day, cosmetics used to be free in every single game. And they were just done to for entertainment purposes within the game. Just added on top of it. And doing that to some capacity wouldn't hurt. We'll go for this. What do we want here? I don't want those three. Where's the 20%? Where are you hiding? Wait, where is it hiding? There it is. Shentang. I didn't say that many spoilers. There's a lot of stuff I didn't mention specifically. We'll take that for now. Also, I haven't even played the beta for long enough to even remember some of them. I only did the beta initially for like the first week. I didn't bother doing it more. It's really annoying switching between the main version and the beta. Plus, I felt like I already saw everything by the time I did the first week of it. And everyone else was reporting plenty already. I do it out of politeness. Because they let me automatically get into the betas. I don't even need to, like, apply for it or anything. So out of politeness, I don't. I'm not under any non-disclosure agreement, though. But I didn't even need to sign up for the beta. They just, like, literally sent it to me. It's like, oh, here you go. I was like, okay. But I already knew that I would automatically get in. They mentioned it earlier. Oh, what do we want here? We'll grab, we don't have any kind of good cascade. We'll stick a green for now, I guess. Actually, do want blue. We need something. Take something. And then get him out and rolling. Gosh, I love when that ability works. Get our free map. Those valuable free maps. What will we ever do without them? I really hope the map update later this year is actually good. Imagine if maps actually become so good that people will spend their entire map stack. It's going to be pretty funny. Because a lot of people have hundreds of hours worth of maps stacked up. Like a really, really absurd amounts of maps. Oh, don't kill that. We need that. Oh, Zugoff it is. This should be enough mana, and then that should be wipe. So let's do this onto his last slots. Also, all the free gold this week's pretty nice. Or this weekend, I should say. For the 4th of July, they're doing a bunch of goblin rockets that give 500 gold. It's not a lot, but it adds up. Definitely adds up over time. Yeah, Flesh Ripper's an interesting weapon. I feel like I personally don't use it too much. It has a really high damage output, if nothing else. I personally find Rope Dart to be better in most instances than Flesh Ripper. I can't really think of an instance where I would normally go otherwise. Assuming having both weapons. The extra turn off of Rope Dart just adds so much value. Even though it's less damage. And of course you also have the mechanic where you can drag them up. Which in many instances can be very devastating. I'm actually going to go for this first, just because I want to get the kill off of it. Did he just agile us? Fail. Okay, fine, we'll do it this way. We'll do it the other way. Fortunately, that's not enough to kill. Come on, Deathmark, go. Show us our first Deathmark kill. Can you please stop agiling? Deathmark, go. Oh, or we can just kill it. There we go. Super dead. Let's agile that too. Oh, you got Quillen. Nice. Any good knight troops? Yes, he works great with Guard's Avatar. I use him almost entirely for Guard's Avatar. I use him for a weird Brown Guild War team that we ran this week too. But aside from that, I run him almost entirely for Guard's Avatar teams. You can run him kind of like Rowan for lower level delves, where you basically use it to wipe out one-shot an entire lower level delve. Works out really well and works more effectively than Rowan when you're restricted out. Well, it doesn't work more effectively than Rowan, but I mean, you have to do it when you're color restricted to a point where you can't use the other option. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, I should have cast his ability. Whoops. Oh, we still got the kill. Doesn't matter. Rope Dart isn't too bad for Explore 12 if you have a follow-up that works for it. Also, sometimes you use it just for the armor tier, but at that point you might need Megavore instead. Depends on the battle. I think it's mostly only used with Ubistet if you're running Explore 12 with it. You would need something that would gain value from getting a kill like that for it to be worth using most of the time. Unless you're kind of just using it as a quick disable for something. But most battles don't have anything too annoying. But if you're 20% chasing, sometimes you have like those weird Empower troops that you can sometimes quick kill with Rope Dart. It's very situational though. But the bigger concern with Flesh Ripper is just the loss of turn, more often than not. If I'm not mistaken, Flesh Ripper is not one-shot most of the time. It depends how its boost ratio falls. Can you please take it? There we go. And that should be a match. Because Flesh Ripper gets even closer to killing. But most of the time it doesn't actually do the damage to fully go out. Though if you set to Nishas, I think it might always be enough damage. But then you have to set your team to Nisha. Which means you can't go as skull-oriented. I was using Thrall with it, which I guess it could end up working out pretty well. Because Thrall also needs magic. So that's the one time when you can actually go for magic in a skull spam team. Is if you have Thrall in there, because Thrall gains the value that you would be missing out on. Oh, I should have just cast his ability. That was bad order. I almost feel like this team would be better if Mountain Crusher was in first slot. This Mythic in general just just hates being in first, apparently. It's just so squishy sometimes. You know what? We're going to try it. Let's see what this team does with it the other way around. With Titan in first instead of the Mythic. Also, I just realized, did I ever hand out a code this stream? I don't think I did. I know I did this morning. But I forgot to the stream. Let me go do that right now. How have I not? How could I do such a thing? Oh, where on earth is my code? Salty, we need more codes. I have enough to last us till Sunday night. Which means I have enough for tomorrow night, and I have enough for Sunday night, and that's it. Then we need more codes, Salty. I reminded her 4 times, by the way. Yep, we only got 2 codes left. Tomorrow night and Sunday night. Also, tomorrow morning we'll be doing Animal Crossing stream. What version of Animal Crossing came out? I have no clue. But we got a patch today for Animal Crossing. I didn't stream it today, of course. But tomorrow we will be. I have played it some. Mostly yesterday, exactly when it happened. But, yeah, I did get an update. And we will be kind of messing around with that for probably the entire stream for Animal Crossing tomorrow. We got the ability to swim in the ocean. And I ended up bringing in, I believe, 50 critters. Not all of them are available in this season. However, I might find a Southern Hemisphere island to go to, and we can go swimming there. What do I go for here? I'll try risking this. Get a mountain down. Only problem now is we don't get as much damage down. Because that would have normally have died and didn't here. Okay, what else do we need? If those were normal skulls, they could connect together. Fortunately, they're not. However, I'm still going for it nonetheless. And then we'll get another mountain going. Do we have extra turn down there? No, we do not. Let's go for that for now. Okay, let's risk it. Oh, never mind. We already had guarantee extra turn there. It's not a risk. And it's match. So many skulls. I wonder how much more meta skull spam will be now that this mythic exists. Obviously, it's only day 1, so we haven't been able to see too much of a shift with things yet. But, curious to see over the next few weeks, few months, what ends up happening because of this troop. If anyone still has any other questions, let me know. Oh, wait. Did I not post a code thing into chat? I set it all up and still didn't post it. What am I doing? Put that there. There you guys go. There's a redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code is found in your settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Keep the same order as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Usable on PC, mobile only, of course. There you guys go. We don't have mana, so I'm just gonna have to go for that again. And we got alignment, that should be dead. Or very close to it. And one more cast will wipe his entire team. Oh yeah, the Lupino were pretty adorable. Almost none of them were viable, though. I always find it weird that some of the best troop art in the game are on troops that are completely useless. So many extra turns. And it should be match. Even without the skulls, we can just Duke off it. Yes, as Bill mentions, definitely feel free to leave a like. Helps out a lot for YouTube exposures, especially during a live stream. That's one of the things they look at on if they actually show people a live stream or not. I'll get them out in there. And if anyone else does any other questions, do let me know. We will probably wrap up soonish. for the night. And tomorrow we'll be back with Gems of War, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an hour prior to now tomorrow. And we'll be back with Animal Crossing in the morning. And of course we got the new update for Animal Crossing to mess around with. And we'll be doing so the entire time. Mostly the newer features. Might do some other side fishing and stuff, but it's almost going to be entirely the new diving mechanic thing. It's quite a bit of fun to do. And one thing that's really cool about it too, you can actually do it at other people's islands. So you can have like a little pool party. Which is kind of interesting. Let's see. I kind of see why you're not allowed to place objects while people are over. Because theoretically, you could place objects in a way that if they were swimming, you could actually completely lock them out of their thing. Because it seems like the update they were planning on doing from the beginning. You can tell because some parts of the museum were already set up for the exhibits for the creatures, which pretty much already makes it really obvious that this update was planned all along, and they were just holding it out for a little bit later, which is fine because they did it for free and not as a as like a paid thing, unlike Pokemon, where they probably held content and then tried selling it as DLC. Honestly, I didn't bother going for their DLC, but it's not like they held it for like that. They just held it for time, just to make it more thematic for when summer came around. But it was definitely something they were intending to add all along. Let's see. We'll take that one over. No, don't kill that. We might actually lost a battle. What are you doing? We'll play it out. We could probably Zoogoff cheese it. It's not over. Also, what do we go for? We'll go for that one. I just have to kill off a Beatrix damage at this point. Honestly, I think that's quicker than trying to get Zoogoff mana all the way back up. Although that being in first slot's a bit of a liability now, though. But at least we can do that now. And it's a match. What a weird battle. Still won, though. So slow, though. Why Beatrix over Gobtruffle for cleanse and for the true damage synergy? But mostly cleanse. It's not as important to have cleanse for this game mode. However, it's definitely if we bring this into like PvP or something. But it's also for the true damage synergy. And the Mythic does entirely true damage. Though I guess now that we move the Mythic to second slot, that matters quite a bit less. That we're going all in true damage, because no longer are our skulls true damage anymore. Because I did end up moving it earlier. What are you doing surviving with 6 HP? Luckily it's a mountain kill, crusher kill. Oh, 1 mana short off the explosion, really? We'll do that into mountain then. And that should be match. Oh, or miss. Complete miss. Oh, why did I not take extra turn skull? Didn't even see that there. Till it was too late. Yeah, overall, I'm not sure I like him for Explore 12. I'll still be testing this weekend and messing around with stuff, though. But, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I really care for it. I personally feel like PvP's the main location. Guild Wars, if you want to risk it, like we did today, and it scored 9,600. It's like a Wrath kind of risk kind of thing. Where can be risky but scores very well when it does. But I'm not sure it's really viable for Explore 12 compared to other options that exist within the game. Oh, that miss. And that's one of the reasons why. Gosh, you can get such massive misses. Like, when Zoogoff misses, it doesn't matter as much because it has freeze. When this thing misses, you, like, can auto-lose a battle sometimes. With how much damage you get hit back with. Oh, you have immune to freeze because of impervious. Whoops, I should have done it the other way around. We could have kept him alive. Beatrix, solo him, go. You got this. Dead. What a weird way to win again. With Dervish hero class? Interesting. I was messing with Wild Queen with it earlier. But not with Dervish. They were using a similar hero class. We had Green Storm and we had Hunter's Mark. We were just doing it off of Archer earlier. I was finding it was winning way slower than that, though. We were messing with that earlier. Not this stream, though. The previous stream. But yeah, the Wild Queen variants do seem like the stronger variant of him. It's what we ran for Guild War today as well. And we scored 9,600. Not that exact team, obviously, because we had to go pure color. Yes, most teams with him do use Leprechaun. This one's going down the Mountain Crusher route, the specific one. But you can use both. And you normally use Leprechaun, I would say. I'm just trying out as many different ones as we can. I'm pretty sure we've tried out a total of about 20 to 30 different teams with him between the two streams. If anyone else has any other questions, do let me know. Because after this battle, we'll probably call it a wrap for today. But tomorrow we will continue with our testing, as well as Guild War. What color Guild War is tomorrow? You go double check. Make sure we have a good team set up already. So it'll be good to go. Pretty sure whatever team I have will be fine. But we'll go check just in case. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to use the new mythic in it. I don't think we had Red Day yet this week, have we? I don't believe we did. What are you doing not getting full mana there? No Surge. I'll try for Brown Sky off for red. Didn't get it though. I'm risking it. Go. Got it. Oh no, stealthy! Why stealthy? Why? You ruined our kill. We could have won if you didn't have stealthy. There we go. Also, I'm pretty sure I have yet to hit a single Death Mark kill off this thing. Hey, an Anu! What a good way to end. Not Nisha, but we get a badge out of it. There we go, nice. Do we have Tribute up yet? No, still no Tribute. And there's the redeem code we handed out earlier. Same reward as always, probably used up by now, but True Treasure Maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Tomorrow is purple, red is on Sunday. Ooh! Well, purple I'm probably going to stick with Wild Queen then. This is what I'm running for tomorrow. Might as well show it real quick. It's the same one we've always been running, but for any of you wondering what we're using. It is this team. Zugoff, Green Seer, Wild Queen, Leprechaun is what we're running for purple. But yeah, we might bring it back out again for Sunday then. I'm not sure if you can build a pure red out of him though. Well, we might have to mess around with it tomorrow night and prep for Sunday. But this is what I run for Guild War. Oops, I meant to take yellow. Oh, there wasn't a yellow, so let's take double purple then. Okay. So we'll go get rid of that. Boom, dead. I should probably double check for stealthy. Luckily, he was not running stealthy. Else that would have been really bad if this was a Guild War situation. You should always double check just in case. But yeah, this team generally scores 9,600 plus. It's pretty consistent. I can still lose though. But one nice thing about it does have impervious first slot, which is very strong. Gosh, a disease. We would have had mana, full mana ages ago if it wasn't for that one random disease from the truffle or whatever it was. I'm gonna try Green Surge. It's full mana if we get it, and we do, and that's match if it lands. Actually, what am I doing? I could just taken a skull. Fail. And dead. Luckily, it's not actually Guild Wars. But, that's the team. Works out pretty nice. Pretty expensive, though, Zugoff there. You can do Hero as a replacement, but it's not as good with Hero there. But that would be the replacement, is to put Hero with a Hero class there. Any of the safer ones like Monk, Sentinel, Titan, stuff like that. Anything like that would work pretty well there. So again, no yellow. Ideally, we do want to see a yellow on the board. So much so I'm going to move it so I can try getting it. Unfortunately, no Surge. Very bad. Rip Zugaf got us. Can happen sometimes. That was a really bad start. Very, very bad start. Obviously, we play a lot more cautious when it's actually Guild War. Where PvP doesn't matter as much. Because PvP is pretty much all about speed. Obviously, you still need to win, but it's mostly about the speed associated to it. Because it's a lot more important to win quickly in PvP than it is to win in quickly in Guild Wars. In Guild Wars, it just matters that you win and that you score high. But in PvP, you want to win quickly. Which makes the way you play them a bit different. Like if Zugaf dies here, we wouldn't actually care. Oh, whoops. What am I doing? She already died. That kind of matters, though. Let's see. We'll take that over. That might help. If we actually have something to feed green into when we go and try to green mana accumulate. That's what we're running for tomorrow. And it normally scores around 9,600. You can still lose with any team. But whenever it does its normal thing, it's a pretty solid 9,600. So that reminds me, are we #1 in our guild bracket right now? Or Guild Wars? Obviously not in bracket. We're like dead center in bracket. But how are we doing for Paragon again? We're currently at a little under 38,000. Do we have anyone in the guild above that? Who is that one? Yeah! Look at that. Hixie is doing really good. Still like 250 points ahead of us. There's a possibility we go straight 5-0s with some pretty decent scores and still don't get it. I wish the entire guild was scoring like this. But, yeah, pretty nice. We'll see what happens on the next 2 days. But it's still at about a 250 point lead. It'll be the first time in a while we get straight pretty solid 5-0s and don't get first. Because we are averaging around 9,500 per day right now. And still don't have highest amount in guild, which is great to see. I wish you had multiple people that high. But we'll get there. Anyways, any other questions? Any other anythings? Can you rate the new Mythic? New Mythic is like top 5 in the entire game. Definitely go and get it. Great utility troop. Best Doom Scroll spammer in the entire game. Starts with Doomstorm. Has an amazing ability for it. It's basically Shagrar combined with Doom Skull spam. Insanely good. And on top of all that, if you want to use it, it has a 100% chance to do true damage, which honestly, I thought would be one of the mechanics it gets used more often for, is honestly probably the smaller mechanic that it's actually used for. It's used more so for its Doom Scroll spam at start of battle, and most importantly for its ability. It's almost like the third priority thing is its true damage, which I was kind of surprised by. You can still use it in first slot, and it's still good for stuff like that, but it's a lot less needed than I was anticipating, just because he has so much sheer damage on top of his thing. Oh, sorry, James. What team were you referring to? Oh, that one? Mention what the actual physical ones are at the beginning of next stream, or after we do Guild Wars, and I'll go mess around with it. And we'll go do that tomorrow night. Yeah, I think I might have missed a couple teams. Sorry about that, everyone. Try getting around to several. I kind of got sidetracked with a couple of conversational stuff. But anyways, guys, also, I need to rest up more. Recording that video early, while we were able to get it up early, was such a bad idea for my sleep schedule. I need to get to bed early tonight so it kind of gets back to normal. So I won't be so tired for tomorrow. Let's see. He's good for defense or for attack? Both. You can use him as a brown anti-troop for Brown Guild War. And you can use him as a offensive troop for pretty much any team. He's high risk, high reward, though. But when he works insanely good. He reminds me a lot of Raph. I know Raph's like pretty different from him. But it's a really similar in the sense that it's really risky to put in first slots, but is really good when you do. They're both kind of like flimsy first slots that when you put them in first slot and they work properly are insanely good, but they're risky in the sense that if you like miss your convert or something like that, it just doesn't work out as well. But at least with this mythic, you can actually risk it because you get 6 additional spawn, and hopefully those spawns will trigger in a way that will actually allow you to do something out of them. So hello, John, and goodbye, John. Do you think the new mythic is too powerful? No. I do not believe it'll be nerfed anytime soon, if at all. It's definitely towards the higher end of strength in the game. and going more into power creep as they normally do. But I do not believe it's so strong that it would need to get nerfed. They already pre-nerfed it. It was supposed to have a 24 mana cost. They raised it to 27. That was done before it was ever even released. So I think they already did the nerf just so they can leave it as is for a while before it got out. But yeah, I don't really foresee it getting tweaked anymore, or at least anytime soon. Maybe a couple months now after they see if it becomes like absolute meta for everything, it might change. But as it currently stands, casting is still good. Like in the past, some scroll spam teams have become so good that casting became completely irrelevant and you would never do it for the history of the game during the time. Like there was literally no point. However, the game is nowhere near that point right now. Like scroll spams might be even better now with that addition, but it's not so good that it makes casting irrelevant. Well, Zugoff is not going to be a mythic starting next patch. It's not a mythic anymore. We're getting a rarity above mythic next patch, as was kind of already leaked at times. But yeah, we're getting a it's going to be the first mythic, or it's going to be the first Doom rarity troop. Obviously, we have Doom rarity weapons. I'm not sure if they're going to change the name of that thing. Currently, it's just called Doom rarity, which is like a special type of rarity that you that's already like maxed out and everything. But it's you're not going to be able to upgrade troops to that. It's just going to be for very, very unique, super rare troops that they'll add through various methods throughout the game. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And also 4th of July tomorrow. I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July for the holiday. Stay safe out there if you're going to be doing anything. Don't do anything reckless. And I will catch you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by. Best of luck if you're going to be trying for the Mythic. Still available for another 6 days in Glory Gym Guild and VIP chests. You have till the end of Thursday at Friday reset, so you still got plenty of time. And if you get any keys next week, if you still don't have it, definitely worth attempting to try to get this Mythic, as it's pretty fun. And even if you don't get it, just start saving 4,000 diamonds. And you might want to consider crafting in a couple months from now, when it probably rolls into Soulforge. I believe the Soulforge rotation's pretty soon, too. So it shouldn't be too long of a wait compared to some Mythics as far as it coming into Soulforge. So if you miss out on keys, you might still be able to get it through diamonds pretty quickly. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend, and enjoy the holidays.